for commercial purposes, meaning you don't go back home and try and sell them for fun and profit. This is our first picture-taking stop on the guided portion of the tour, so as long as the tram is stopped, if you want to stand up and get some pictures, that's okay, but once the tram starts moving again, you must get back down, please. On my side of the tram, it's an overview of our back lot. It's down there where a lot of the exterior shooting takes place. Exterior shots, that's just anything that takes place outside. We have over 500 different facades in our back lot. But what a facade is, it's just the false front of the building, the outer shell. There's nothing inside most of the building. It looks like we've been captured by a Cylon battleship. You might want to get your cameras ready in case we are able to escape. You prove to your friends you've been inside a UFO. Excuse me. Who are you? What's going on?
I am the Imperious leader, and you are now under my control.
What are you going to do with us?
You will be vaporized in 30 seconds. Centurion, activate the death beams.
Death beams activated.
Death beams, we gotta get out.
Silence, human. Escape is impossible.
Warning. Unauthorized entry.
Who dares defy the Imperious leader?
Captain Apollo. Origin. Battlestar Galactica.
Captain Paul, terminate him and destroy these humans.
In the name of the Federation, I demand the release of the humans.
Apollo, you will not leave this ship alive. Annihilate him. Stop him.
Get out of here! This ship is gonna blow!
You will not escape. You and these humans will not survive.
Hurry! Get that tram out of here!
Example of movies which would be filmed almost unreal. The colonial leadership that we can get around the trees to better and you don't have to worry about the mouth going down out of wood. Let's just have to work very quiet. We come around the house and how business they have like how long. This is what I was talking about when I said a pod. That's just a small front tram with a different driver. So make sure that before you get off the tram, you have everything ready. The whole area that we're stopped in right now is Hill Valley from the film. So if you want to stand up and get some pictures, that's quite all right. But as soon as we start moving again, you must sit back down in the seats. You might want to get a picture of the courthouse across the lawn on the driver's side because that was used as the clock. That's throughout sometime this Christmas. But sometimes, as I mentioned with Back to the Future, well, I didn't mention it with Back to the Future. Sometimes I didn't mention it. There's some pretty hairy things that are going on in here. That's where we are.
Thank you, Senator. We're now hovering above the wreckage of a crushed L train. The helicopter beside us is searching for... Wait! There's a tramload of people down there. We've got to go down and warn them. Attention, people on the tram! You are in danger!
On my side of the tram is a big fuzzy animal. traveling down an area of our backlot called New York Street, but this could be almost any city in any state that we want. And Universal isn't the only company that's made movies here in our backlot. For example, Gremlins was Warner Brothers. The brick building on my side of the tram with the green doors that says Municipal Court, that was rented out by Touchstone Pictures. That's the police station that Bette Midler and Shelley Long were kicked out of an outrageous fortune. Last year, the street was made to look like Los Angeles with the film Dragnet, which starred Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks. It was Seattle, Washington in 1986 for Harry and the Hendersons with John Lithgow, Melinda Dillon, and Kevin Peter Hall as Harry. The brick building on the driver's side, the archway with the brown doors, that's where Telly Savalas worked, the television show Kojak. This street was 1930 Chicago, back in 1973 for the Sting. It was 1980 Chicago. In 1980 for the Blues Brothers with Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi. The buildings on my side of the tram, they look like that soundstage just a few moments ago. King Kong tried to shake us off the bridge. You look at the bridge on my side of the tram, King Kong's nowhere to be seen. Unfortunately, we can't take the tram over top of this bridge anymore. We used to do this in the 1970s, but we're not allowed to do it now because it's too old. It's kind of falling apart as I speak. What we're going to be doing is taking a bypass road. A bypass road means we're just taking the road behind the bridge to the same portion of the backlot. So you might want to get a picture of the front side of the bridge. Wait till we get around behind the bridge, get a picture of the back side. You go home, develop your film, put the two pieces of the bridge together. You can see the bridge in 3D. It's real neat. Well, look, we're in the bypass road. Waiting to walk there, so I won't be next time. This is a picture stop. Okay. This is a picture stop. You look up to my side. Oh, never mind, it's gone. You know something's going to happen. In our technical building, the design, the old, deteriorated look. It deteriorated. That's a long word, and it has 6 syllables, and I want to impress you. I want you to know that word is not in the tour guide manual. I use that on my own. I am now going to rebuild the bridge using only the power of my mind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. That bridge has appeared in The $6 Million Man with Lee Majors, the spin-off of that show, The Bionic Woman, with Lindsay Wagner, and Voyagers with John Eric Exum. Well, you know. Those cannons were used in the film All Quiet on the Western Front. I was used in an episode of The A-Team with Mr. T, George Papard, Dwight Schultz, and Dirk Benedict. And how was I able to name all 4 of those? Because as David Hasselhoff says, thousands of extras walked down it. Since it's such a long process putting makeup on thousands of people, we lined them all up, sprayed on their makeup with spray paint guns. There is a 50-50 chance of rain today. It's raining on the driver's side, but not mine. That's where that 50-50 thing comes in. But sometimes when it rains in this area, we have flash flood, so you have a choice. You can either get your cameras ready for a picture up at the top of the hill, or you might want to cover your cameras and your personal belongings, because there's always a chance if there's a flood, they might get wet. From where I'm sitting, looks like a lot of people in the third car. It was called Three Amigos. Oh yeah, I knew I'd get it. I knew I'd get it. If you look in the dirt on the driver's side, the invisible swordsman's still laying there. I said that on one tour, and a man in the front row turned around, looked, didn't see anything. He looked back at me. He said, you know, if you're going to form things out, you should do it fast enough for everyone to see, not just the people in the last cars. Sorry. We've crossed the border again. We moved out of Mexico. Now we're in the middle of Texas. This area of our backlot is called 6 Points, Texas. From 1915 to the 1920s, we covered this road with dirt. You see that there's 6 different western streets all combining into this area. So we placed different signs on each street. Each area had its own bank, its own sheriff's office, hotel, saloon. Then we placed a different camera crew on each street. We were able to film 6 different westerns all at the same time on the same day. Since the movies were silent, we didn't have to worry about the actor's voice or the director's voice going over to the other productions. So we were able to make 250 westerns each year. On my side of the camera is kind of like a graveyard of props, things that are too big to fit in a warehouse. The Army vehicles, they were used for filming Arthur, starring Gregory Peck. That giant shopping cart was pushed by Lily Tomlin in The Incredible Thinking Woman. The giant white riverboat was used in Mississippi Gambler, starring Tyrone Power, Shenandoah with Jimmy Stewart, and Riverboat, a television show with Burt Reynolds. Right in front of the riverboat, there's a small lake, which was the entire Pacific Ocean from McHale's Navy, starring Ernest Borgnine and Tim Conway. We placed miniature boats in the water and wave machines. We look across the lake on my side at those trees. The only reason I put there is, I get a giggle. Well, now we've come up to a very historical part before the Red Sea, inspired by the Paramount film The Ten Commandments. This is kind of like a group effort. I need your help. At the count of 3, all, please say, please part the water. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hey, you guys. Have you worked as an audience before? In 1956, when Cecil B. DeMille directed a remake of The Ten Commandments, the Red Sea was not parted using this method. We're using a drain. What they did is they had thousands of extras walking in the middle of a desert. They added matte paintings on the side of the desert, like we showed you in the special effects stage, how they add paintings to live footage. It looks like they're walking through the Red Sea, but no one's paying attention because everyone wants to know what the bubbles are on my side of the tram. Oh, okay, the last tram went through the Red Sea. The Red Sea closed on them when they were in the middle. The tour guide is still talking to them. And everyone on the tram, they're looking around going, oh yeah. This Red Sea effect that you see here was used in a movie. Actually, it was used in 2 that I'm aware of. The Nude Bomb, which was, which was a takeoff, or not a takeoff, a continuation of the Get Smart series. Oh, I thought you were telling me to lower my voice. Oh, I need everyone to sit down before we go through the Red Sea. That's right. I thought you were telling me to be quiet, be quiet. Okay. Sorry about that. And it was also used in History of the World Part 1, a 20th Century Fox, written and directed by Mel Brooks. Replica of Noah's Ark on my side of the tram, that was used right in front of the flash flood that we just saw for Fletch 2. This whole area on my side of the tram was used as the island in Tales of the Gold Monkey, starring Stephen Collins. The White House on the driver's side was used in a movie in 1986, written and directed by John Hughes, starring Anthony. The grass area on the driver's side, this can be made to look like it covers a greater area. All we have to do is take down the green fence on the opposite side of the park and the green safety rail, and the grass looks like one continuous flow of the Lakeside Country Club right behind the back line. So it looks like an extension of the area, so we kind of borrow it for a couple hours without asking. You see 1930 Chicago from the Sting. We've gone back in time to 1955, Mill Valley from Back to the Future. Now we've got way back in time to ancient Rome, Spartan Square from Spartacus. The second set of steps on the driver's side with the water hoses running down, that's where Lawrence Olivier stood to address the Roman soldiers. And it was used again in ancient Rome in History of the World Part 1. The facades on the driver's side of the lot of them were used in Universal's first Best Picture Academy Award winner, All Quiet on the Western Front. It's also on the cobblestone streets, a lot of our monsters are on the outside of it in the film. You only see the inside of it, because that's the snake pit that Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks jumped into in order to save Connie's whale during the pagan ritual. Evil against good in normalcy. We're going to normal doors are. So by placing our cowboys next to them, they suddenly look big and buff. Like me. But the white doors on the driver's side of the cab are taller and wider than normal doors are. So by placing the actresses in front of them, they look smaller and more petite. The stagecoaches on my side of the cab were the first things we used to get tours in. Nah. Paul Bunyan and his Blue House Babe on my side of the tram. They appear in front of Paul Bunyan's cupboard, which is the home of the 96er in the film The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. The 96er, that's the big huge steak that John Candy orders, and there's a policy in the restaurant that if he can eat the entire steak by himself, dinner is free for everyone in his party. Into a narrative our back lot is a small island called Amity. Back in 1975, Steven Spielberg directed a movie called Jaws about a shark which took place on an island called Amity. No more hints. No more. We don't even have to worry about sharks in this area because it's rumored, you know. So even if there was a shark in this area, there's a fisherman out in the boat, and apparently he hasn't caught anything all day, so wait a minute, that's a dorsal fin out there. You're gonna need a bigger boat. Excuse me, sir. You better get that boat out of the water. Get the boat out of there now.
Oh no, help, help, help!
You know how to steer would be easier for you. Well, the only other thing we can hope for now is right in the middle of the water, there's a yellow float baited with some meat. The shark takes that bait slide onto the pier. He's not going to be able to go anywhere. We're going to be able to catch him. He's just going to be thrashing around a little bit. There he goes. He's taking the bait. He's taking the bait. Hold on. There's a whole set built inside. Steps leading upstairs, bedrooms, different rooms, everything so they can use that to film inside as well. Around the corner on the driver's side of the tram, a little cul-de-sac has recently been redesigned. We got some of the old houses, built in some brand new ones for a movie called The Burbs. The Burbs is short for suburb, and Inner Space. Those were both for Warner Brothers, and he directed sections of a Universal film that I plug whenever I can. Amazon Women on the Moon. You might be able to find a place to stay. It's run by a guy who lives up in the house on the top of the hill. His name is Norman Bates. Psycho Motel. This house has also appeared in an episode of Steven Spielberg's Amazing Stories entitled Welcome to My Nightmare, about a guy who loved the movie so much he dreamed himself into Psycho. A great picture taken out on my side of the named office on the far left. This is the one running into the Psycho house all at one time. The original Psycho, back in 1960, directed by Alfred Hitchcock, was not a Universal picture. It was Paramount. So we did most of the filming on the lot of Universal. Psycho 2 was a Universal picture. We bought the rights for that. That again starred Anthony Perkins and Norman Bates. It also starred Meg Tilly. It was directed by Richard Franklin, who was Alfred Hitchcock's protege. Psycho 3 starred Anthony Perkins and was directed by him. In Psycho 2, we find out that Norman Bates had murdered his own mother. He'd walk out of the house, walk across the street, knock on the brick house with the green shutters, and who'd open the door? Ward, June, Wally, or Beaver Cleaver, so that's where they grew up. On the driver's side of the tent, that log cabin is the latest they built last year for the movie Jaws: The Revenge, which starred Lorraine Gary and Michael Caine. Most recently, that backdrop has been used in a movie called Heat 6, directed by Sean Cunningham. Sean Cunningham, he's the director of the original Friday the 13th for Paramount. We climbed up to the highest point of our lot now. That explains why there's a little bit of snow on the ground. No, this is not Camp Crystal Lake. This guy might have that. The road over on the driver's side apparently has been blocked off by snow. So the only way we can get back to the entertainment center is by going through the small tunnel up ahead. According to a sign on the driver's side of the tram, apparently this whole area is kind of icky. So as we go through this tunnel, you feel like you're going to fall over. Just close your eyes and hang on. That's rock and roll. Just gotta find it every time we go through that tunnel, someone takes a picture with a still camera. I'm wondering what that's gonna look like.
Next in this performance, please remain in your seats behind the guardrail during the show. The stunts and action with special vehicles involve a high degree of risk and are performed by experienced professional stuntmen only. Please, do not attempt any of the stunts you see in the show. We hope you enjoy today's performance.
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos a los estudios Universal y el espectáculo de la serie más popular en la actualidad, Miami Vice. Como los explosivos que pertenecen a los efectos especiales de esta ficción son reales, por favor, permanezcan sentados a todo momento atrás de la reja de seguridad. Los actos con vehículos especiales de esta función contienen mucho riesgo y peligro, por lo tanto, son hechos por dobles de experiencia profesional. Por favor, no atenten ninguno de los actos que van a ver hoy. Muchas gracias y esperamos que ustedes disfruten del espectáculo de hoy.
皆様、ユニバーサルにおけるマイアミバイスアクションスペクタキュラーにようこそいらっしゃいました。
as we all go behind the scenes to experience some of the stunts and special effects seen in hit shows like Miami Vice. Now, you are going to be seeing a lot of action out here today, so the smoke clears, but keep in mind that when we do these stunts for films, now of course we don't normally do them one right after the other like you're seeing here. We do them one scene at a time as we move around to various different locations. In fact, as you can see by looking around at our set, today we have taken cast and crew on location to a little island off the Florida Keys. Now, storyline calls for Crockett and Tubbs to follow up on a hot tip, which has led them right here. The hideout of a Caribbean crime king and his band of sleazy smugglers. Pat. Anyway, just for color's sake, let's make that sleazy, ugly smugglers. What do you think, Pat? You like that one? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. All right. Anyway, as you might have noticed, as you were looking around here for a while, this entire compound is a powder keg ready to explode. In fact, those of you with cameras today, I would suggest that you might want to keep them focused over there on that shed for the time being. It has been booby-trapped with explosives. He's just waiting for somebody to open the door, okay? Stuntmen, do we have places? All right, very good. I think we are just about ready to begin shooting. John, that is not, you know that's not what I'm... Folks, let me introduce John to you. He is our technical director, sitting right up there in that booth. Now, he has got a whole row of buttons up there to play with, which means that he is in control of all of the special effects you'll be seeing down here. John, why don't you hit one of those buttons, give me a little atmosphere if you would, please. Maybe a smoke cue over here if you got it. You got that. All right. Stand by, please. Now, folks, as you just saw, our stunt doubles for Crockett and Tubbs have managed to stir up a little trouble here in Flamingo Land. In this next scene, they return, but this time, they're here to collect some hard evidence. But our band of smugglers have some other ideas in mind, like, for example, a dynamite surprise party. Stand by. Ready. Action. Speaking of special effects, how many of you out here knew that every time one of these macho stunt type guys fire a weapon just like this, it's actually our special effects department that supplies us with the sound and the blast that we all expect. Now, that, of course, is because we can't use real bullets on the set. Is that right, John? Huh? Absolutely no live ammunition. What? You guys okay? I thought... Great actors, folks. Actually, those really were blanks. John makes them look real with a line of special effect hits all over the peninsula there. Isn't that right, guys? Huh? All right, Victor. Yeah, well, anyway, those of you with cameras today, now I hope you're getting a lot of good shots out here. You know, in a way, your photographs are going to turn out to be a lot like actual official movie stills of our set because you're sitting exactly where we would position cameras 1, 2, and 3. We're actually shooting a film today. You know, one of the film director's main jobs on the set is to help coordinate the stunt sequences. First, as you might suspect, we plan everything out on paper. Then we get these guys together, the stunt doubles, and we begin rehearsing them, slowly but surely, but of course without any gunshots or special effects like that. Guys, I'd like to take a second here to rehearse the rescue scene. Okay, so, Kenny, you know this one? This is where, what the heck? Oh, that's right, the gunshots chase you down off the pier, then you head back into the water again. Okay, Ken, you ready for this? What? You need the, okay, hurry up. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Tubbs, let's take it from where you kicked Pat. Okay, good? Joey, all right, listen, Mr. Box, I want you to reach out, try to stop Crockett when he slides on by, okay? Yeah, I like that. All right. Now, Joey, I didn't say shoot him, I said grab him, but now I like the spirit. Guys, let's get into that, all right? Now, we are talking about a gang of cutthroat thieves, all right? So I want to see mean out here. Mean! All right, and remember, no smiling. Very nice. Now, folks, all of these gentlemen, all of these gentlemen are, believe it or not, very highly trained professional stuntmen, which means, among other things, they do not move so much as a muscle unless I, as their director, call out the word action. Now, that's because on a film... No, Ken, hey, guys, Kenny, I did... Tubbs! Well, folks, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just forget about the rehearsal this time around? We'll take it from the top, okay? Nice try on that one, Joe. John, while they're setting up, why don't we go ahead and listen to some of those tropical sound effects that you've been working so hard on, okay? Oh, give me that new bird call you found, the little canary or whatever. No. Take that out, please, John. John, kill the bird, please. I just wanted a little... John, kill the bird! Thanks, Joe. Very nice. Folks, in this next scene, Crockett is going to attempt to rescue his partner, Tubbs, who, yes, as we see, has been captured by the bad guys. That looks like it hurts, too. Kevin, you got that safety attached up there? How's it carry? Is it free so you can make the slide all right? Nice job, Pat. You got those glasses on? All right, have the socks off. Are you ready to go? John, if you will, a couple of sound effects, please. I'm out of here. Here we go, guys. Ready? Crockett rescues Tubbs. Action! Victor. Very nice. Come on, don't fraternize with the audience, Victor. Let's go. Seems identical hair color, facial features, very same body, same physique. Well, as an example, on three different occasions now. I personally have had to go over to one of the other studios, do a little stand-in work for Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's fantasy of mine is what that is. Slightly more truthful is the fact that in almost every action film you see today, sooner or later, you're going to be seeing a high fall. Now, getting ready over there on the platform is our resident high diver, Kenny. Sir, if you're ready, Joey, why don't you turn the crane on, take him on up, if you would, please. Right now, Kenny is going to go up 25 feet in the air, no more. He's going to take a hit, he's going to fall right there into the water, so those of you with cameras, I would suggest you get them pointed this way. Joe, that's good. Joey, Joe. Now, look at that, Joey. Like 25 feet. Would you bring him down, please? Thank you. See, folks, be honest with you here. We are sort of limited as to what we can do on the set because the diving pool there is only about 4 feet deep, so well, Kenny, you didn't... Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were at rehearsal. Well, anyway, Kenny is going to take a gunshot sound from me to work with. Then that brave young man up there is going to spin into one of the most agonizing, excruciating high falls you have ever seen in your life. Isn't that right, Kenny? And after that great setup, Kenny, come on now. And remember, we're looking for painful, not pretty. All right? There we go. Ready? And bang! Well, there you have it, folks. Typical dead man's fall. That's, straight out of the textbook. Thank you, Kenny. Very nice, sir. But, by the way, folks, you're going to be seeing Kenny in the Olympics this summer. He'll be in the audience with everybody else. Thank you, Ken. Yeah, very nice, sir. Now, don't forget, last time we saw Crockett and Tubbs, they were right down here, correct? They had managed to escape somehow from the bad guys? Okay, next scene, they return again, but this time in a new high-powered assault vehicle. So, John, if you will, a couple of sound effects, please. Here we go, actors. Ready? And action! gentlemen, for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day at Universal. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen.
How about a nice hand for Tiger and Rip, ladies and gentlemen? Cougar Animals here at the Animal Actors stage. Good afternoon, folks. We're very fortunate to have with us today some of the animals that have been trained by one of Hollywood's top animal trainers, Mr. Gary Giroux and his associates. These folks have trained animals in dozens of movies and television shows. Movies like Ruthless People, The Running Man, Big Business that just came out recently, and lots of TV shows too, like The Tracy Ullman Show, Duet, Our House, Night Court, and Cheers, just to name a few. Well, right now I'd like to bring out a member of Mr. Giroux's company. He's a very fine animal trainer himself. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome with a warm round of applause, Mr. Victor Calabrese.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, folks. Good afternoon. Welcome to our show. Let's go ahead and start off with a bird. This one you might recognize. From a while back on Fantasy Island, it's Cookie. Cookie the cockatoo. Hi, Cookie. We train a lot of our studio birds like Cookie to fly out to actors and actresses and also to retrieve objects, then fly right back to a trainer with that object. So I need some help from the audience. I need an adult volunteer. Sorry, kids, I'd like to work with Cookie. Help me out. Would you like to help me out, ma'am? Great. Stand up if you would, please. Now, I need a prop. I need a dollar bill. Do you have a dollar bill? We'll take Visa, MasterCard. And just like an actor and actress, Cookie's never worked with this young lady before, so we need some type of object that Cookie can relate to. And I figure everybody has a dollar bill, so that's what I use. That's perfect. Fold that dollar bill in half, please. Great. Hold it straight at your fingertips, just like this to your side. Cookie, there's your make-believe actress and your dollar bill. You know what to do. Good girl. All right. Look at that. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, does anybody have a $10 bill? I'm only kidding. Stand back up. We'll get your money right back to you. Besides, we never keep the ones. Put your hand out again. Put your other hand out also. Both hands. Now flap real hard and you flap and get it. Put your palm nice and flat. Cookie Shoe is a wonderful sport. Take the money all the way back via airmail. Put it right back where you found it, right in the palm of her hand. That's a good girl. How a big hand for Cookie? Big hand. Right, that's a good girl, sir. Off you go for the next show. Oh, look, our stagehand. Cookie is what we call an action bird, of course. You saw her flying right now, but we're going to bring out what we call an atmosphere bird. That's the type of bird that we bring onto the set of a commercial or television show. Just place him in a scene and wait for someone to take his picture. And his name is Poncho. He's a beautiful South American macaw. So here he is. Hi, Poncho. All right, here he is. Hey, buddy, how are you? Now, you might recognize this guy, Poncho, from an episode of the Max Headroom Show, or also on a Diet Coke commercial. He's a good bird, and we built him this prop. And about a month ago, he figured out that if he started rocking back and forth on it, eventually he would go all the way over and do a complete 360, okay? Well, last show, he almost got the hang of it, but not quite there. Didn't get the big cigar, but hey, I'll tell you what, Poncho's only going to go as high as you might want to encourage him. So what does that tell you? Let's get him motivated. Clap, scream, yell. Stomp your feet, throw your kids now. Let's get Poncho all the way over this prop. Here we go. And he goes like this, say, yeah, here we go. Yeah, come on, Poncho. Yeah, keep that clapping up. Yeah, oh, get him closer, folks, you're getting to him. Yeah. Come on, Poncho, this is the big one, big, yeah! Woo! All right, Poncho. That a baby, that's a good boy. Hey, notice all that without the use of the safety net. All right, thanks a lot, Poncho. See you next show also. Hey, let's bring out one more bird. It's an African martial eagle. Lady, whip out that dollar bill again. Put in your teeth this time. This is the largest eagle on the continent of Africa. She's a very large eagle, as you can see, with a wingspan of about 7 feet, 7.5 feet. But she only weighs 8 pounds, believe it or not. We're going to go ahead and put her up in a giant fan to demonstrate to you folks how we might get a photograph of a large eagle like this. Not really flying through the air, but just hovering or soaring in the air on a current of wind by the use of this giant fan right here. And that produces the big current of wind that we're going to glide her in. If you have cameras, get them out and use them. This is going to be a great shot of Africa's largest eagle. She'll be up there for about 4 to 6 to 8 seconds, so get you a little time to focus, and we're going to put some food on the perch for her. As soon as she does her behavior, she gets a little treat for doing it right. A positive reinforcement there. Here we go. Get those cameras ready, and let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, how about a big hand for our Marshall Eagle? That's what we're looking for. All right. Thank you, Kathy. Now that trick actually is pretty difficult to train. It took us about 6 months to get her into the show full time, and she's been with us for about 4 years now. If you have a small fan at home, go ahead and try that with your pet canaries. Take it out and whoop it right in there. Can you guess what animal gives us the hardest time on the sets? Oh no! What are you doing up here, you pig? Folks, this pig has been pushing for a part of my show for weeks now. Listen, pig, I told you can't have a part in the show. You don't know any tricks. Besides, you're a big bore. Thank you. I tell you what, pig, take that and get out of here. Ooh, you got me. I'll pick you up and your agent up tomorrow morning, and we'll chat over some breakfast. You know, we'll go over a couple lines, and we'll see what we can do for you next week. Cup of coffee, some pancakes. Come on, that's good material. Thank you. You know, the animals that we use most often on sets of commercials, television, all that fun stuff, are dogs. So help me welcome out one of my favorites. You can see this dog every week in a show called Duet. His stage name is Ruben, and his name is Bo. Bo, come on out here and say hello to everybody. There he is. All right, now Bo and I would like to show you what we call the dog basics. These are just a couple of the things that a dog like Bo might need to know in order to get a big part in a TV series like that. You might also recognize Bo as the Wonder Mutt. He's Mark Harmon's side buddy in the movie Summer School. Anybody see that movie? 2 people, great. Bo, let's show them what you can do. Let's go to work. Let's start with easy stuff. Have a seat. Sit down. On your feet. Turn around. Not that way, turn the other way. Lie down. Today. Oh, there you go. Put your head down. All right, that's good, boy. On your feet, Bo. Up. Speak. 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 Don't be a wimp, you're a German Shepherd. Speak. There you go. Good boy. Dig it up. Get that bone. Dig it up. Dig it up. It's right there. Stretch. Come on, Bo. Dig it up. I know you can do it. Come on, dig it up. Dig it up. Let's go. Get on it. Get it up. Get it. Get it. Get it. One more time. Get it. Yeah, that's a good boy. Get him a pie for me. Hold it up there. All right. That's a good boy, Bo. Come on down here on your spot. There you go. Stay there. Now, Bo, I want you to be real convincing, all right? You've been hit by a car. All right, good boy, Bo. Wasn't that bad, was it? Thank you. How about a young animal trainer who would like to come up and help me work with Bo? Any volunteers out there? No volunteers, huh? Want to come up, buddy? Run the end? Yeah, we have some stairs right there for you. Make your way up those stairs and tell everybody what your name is and where you're from. What's your name, buddy? Chris? Where you from? Texas. Great, Chris. Nice to have you up here. We're going to prove to the audience that Bo is very smart. He's so smart that he's going to follow your directions and listen to whatever you tell him to do. How are we going to prove that is backstage, I have a big pile of clothes, hats, shirt, socks, pants, shoes, coats. Think of 2 things. I'll bring Bo down here, you whisper them into his ear. He's going to run backstage and bring back what you want. You got 2 on, Chris? Bo, come on down. He was all ready for you. Whisper those 2 things right into his big ear there. Did you tell him those 2? Just tell him? Okay, Bo, you heard him. Run back there and get the first one. And Bo's been doing great at this all week, so let's give him a second, see what he brings out first. Bringing out that first item is a hat. Did you ask for a hat? You did? Yeah. All right, Bo, that's a good boy. Now run back there and get the second thing you asked for. Hurry up. Going for 100%, folks. Keep your fingers crossed. He always gets the second one right. You asked for that? Look what you did. Can you believe this guy? Take this. Go put some clothes on. Look at yourself. Chris, what is the big idea? Did you ask Bo to bring that out? Say it without smiling. That's what I thought. Are your parents out here? Yeah, I wouldn't raise man neither if I were you folks. Well, let's show them there's no hard feelings. Jump up there, give me a big wet sloppy doggy kiss. Clean those teeth. Get in there, Bo. All right, how about a big hand for Bo? There we go. Yes. Sit. Stand up. Sit. Good boy. Hey, I need that. I need it for the dog. Hey, Chris, here's a little something for being such a great sport. Thanks a lot, partner. Folks, how about a big hand for our newest dog trainer? Thanks, buddy. All right, such a sport. Well, folks, we have a very special guest star this afternoon. This gorgeous redhead you might recognize on her coming debut a while back on Cheers. Since then, she's been on Night Court, Probe, The Late Night Show, The Tracy Ullman Show, the list goes on and on. Here she is, Sunshine. Yeah! Wow! You look fantastic. Hi, okay, stop being silly. Wave hello to all your friends out there. All right, they're waving back. Yeah, I see some cameras. Big smile. Hey, look at me. Look over there. They didn't see you over there either. All right, that's good. Oh, I see you've been working out again. Oh, some air conditioning there too. Nice. All right, well, we won't talk about that. Oh, your hair does you do. Beautiful. Now, Sunshine, I've been hearing some pretty interesting rumors about you and King Kong. Tell me, are they true? Okay, we won't talk about that. You're a mixed company. Tell me, oh, listen to those lips. I love these lips. You can do almost anything with these lips. Don't hide. How about that top one? It's one of my favorites. Sunshine, oh, we should bring some accessories here too? Oh, you're looking much better. Tell me, Sunshine, we got a great bunch of people out there. It's a beautiful afternoon. Tell me, what do you think about these folks so far? It wasn't very nice. And you apologize. Tell me what you really think about them today. You better straighten up, young lady. That was disgusting. That was sick. Don't ever do that again. I was using that and it wasn't done yet. Folks, how do we get for Sunshine? Folks, that's the end of our show. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Take care.
Hi. What's your name? Hi, Jackie. Hi, Carrie. Do you two get along well? Do you fight a lot? I certainly hope not. Even Michael and I don't get along all the time, though. Would you like to ask me a question? Oh, you see, I'm an automobile, and I don't have parents. I was created on a General Motors factory, but then a man named Holt Knight completed me. He created my computer. I certainly can. I have Autopilot Plus, Auto Pursuit, and Collision Avoidance. Thank you. you very much. You're a pretty girl. You both are. But you're welcome.
Come along on this trip.
Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beautiful Dolphin and Whale Stadium. Now, how many of you are here at SeaWorld for the very first time? Well, great. It does look like we have some new friends with us, and that is very important because we're going to share with you a very special SeaWorld experience. We brought together a group of unusual animals for the very first time. Now, some, like the bottlenose dolphins, you may be familiar with, but others have only been with us for a short while, and we'd like you to have a chance to meet them all.
The most common of all the whales are the Pacific and Atlantic bottlenose dolphins. And we'd like you to get to meet ours right now. From off the coast of California, this is our Pacific bottlenose dolphin. His name is Kai. Here comes one of our original dolphin stars. Her name is Sandy.
Coming up right in the center of the pool, this is Sandy's son, and his name is Starbuck.
And with a style all his own, here's Diego. Now, dolphins are very powerful swimmers and at top speeds able to leap high above the surface of the water. We'd like to demonstrate that right now using all 4 of our dolphins. We're going to have Starbuck help set this up. You know, we're very proud of Starbuck. He's one of over 45 dolphins born right here at SeaWorld. Through observation and research, we've been able to establish successful breeding programs with our dolphins, sea lions, harbor seals, beluga whales, and killer whales, including baby Shamu, who continues to thrive at SeaWorld of Florida. Okay, Diego and Sandy, why don't you come right back over here with me? No head starts there, Diego. From that one, Sandy, and Diego, come to this one. There you go. All 4 ready, and you're on your way. All 4 dolphins will be working together as they give us a sighting bow in the east end to let us know they're ready. They'll be diving all the way to the bottom. This is Sandy, Diego, Kai, and Starbuck.
Okay, Kai, if you're all set, let's see that hurdle. Now, when Kai gives a sighting bow at the end of the pool, let's put our hands together and help cheer him on. All right, Kai, all the way down to the bottom once again. High flying Kai. Guess what, Kai? I think you hit that hurdle rope. Yes, you did. Hey, would you like to give Kai another try? Oh, great. I think this time, everybody needs help. Cheer him on. That's an awful high jump. Okay, buddy? He's on his way. Okay, when we see that sign about, let's put our hands together. There we go. Running all the way down to the bottom. Look, it's high. Oh, they're on their way. Scott will be diving down to the bottom of the pool where both dolphins will line up underneath him. This takes the ultimate cooperation and coordination. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kai Star, 500 pounds. Get set to meet our Pacific pilot whale, Bubbles. Now, of all the whales and dolphins, pilot whales have some of the most unique physical adaptations. One thing you'll notice is her large bulbous head. Now that helps aid in her echolocation or biosonar and search for her food. Right now, Mike will go ahead and take Bubbles out along the glass and give you an excellent view of her. Now to maintain that body size and weight, Bubbles eats between 90 and 110 pounds of fish and squid each and every day. Now Bubbles is also characterized by her large sickle-shaped pectoral flippers. These are on the sides of her body, and they're used for steering and stopping. Well, steering, stopping, and of course, waving hello. Whales and dolphins can communicate in a variety of ways. One such way is by manipulating the muscles right around the blowhole. You see, they don't have any vocal cords, but by manipulating the muscles, they can force air out, and this is how and where the sound comes from. Right now, you're going to get an opportunity to see Bubbles' whole entire size. I'm just going to go ahead and ask her to slide her body up on the shallow portion of our stage. This will give you an excellent view of all the unique physical adaptations known for our pilot whale. Now that's what a pilot whale looks like. As I mentioned, the whales and dolphins communicate in a variety of ways. Well, one such way with the vocalizations like you heard made right out through the blowhole. Another way is actually slapping body parts on the water. Just like she slapped her pectoral flipper in her wave hello. Now that's a way of communication. Right now, Bubbles has her own very special way of saying goodbye. And this time, she gets her whole entire body up and out of the water. So if you have cameras, you want to focus them near the center of the pool. Because there's her signal and she's on her way. Once again, we'll say goodbye to our Pacific pilot whale, Bubbles!
Now, white-sided dolphins can often be seen traveling on the bow wakes of ships at sea and can reach speeds of up to 22 miles an hour. White-sided dolphins dolphins are also one of the only species known to perform aerial leaps and somersaults, all as a natural performance. Your attention to the orange ball high above our pool. Once again, this is High Flying High. And here she comes again, Bubbles. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed your stay with us here at the Dolphin and Whale Stadium. Have a great day here in the park. Come back again and see us real soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Get a picture of that shark coming at you. Dad, get a close-up of that shark.
Here, throw this guy one. Did he get it?
Yeah, he ate it, but they didn't get the one on there.
Oh. They'll find it.
Dad, can you feed the flamingos? Dad, are you going to tape them up here?
No problem. Have a nice evening.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Shamu Stadium, one of the 3 largest man-made killer whale habitats in the world. Now I want to remind all of you sitting in the first 10 rows, there is an excellent possibility you might get wet. You know, here in San Diego, just as in Orlando, Florida, and San Antonio, Texas, SeaWorld has developed a state-of-the-art facility designed not only for display, but to accommodate research, training, breeding, and above all, the health and safety of these fascinating animals. All of this can be viewed from our new elevated walkway, which surrounds our entire killer whale complex. As we enter our 25th year, we at SeaWorld take great pride in the role we have taken in bringing killer whales into the public consciousness. Over 50 million people have shared a very special experience, an experience they might never have otherwise known. They have seen with their own eyes Shamu, the killer whale. For us, this is a great responsibility, because when you leave here tonight, you will carry with you a lasting impression of all killer whales. Are they smart? Are they dangerous? There are many open questions, and we ask that you form your own opinions. But one thing Shamu has taught us: these animals deserve our respect. In everything we do here today, we have in mind the safety of both man and animal. Over the past 20 years or so, something very unusual has happened. The name of a whale has become familiar in households all across America, and in fact, around the world. He has been visited by kings and statesmen, by hundreds of celebrities, and most importantly, by millions of children who have grown up with a sense of understanding instead of fear or distrust. And now, here to help us celebrate our silver anniversary with trainer Bill Hoffman. Ladies and gentlemen, Shamu.
Well, hi there, Shamu. Hey, everybody's all excited about celebrating our 25th anniversary. Are you ready to go? Well, that's great. I tell you what, Diane, let's get things started off by giving everybody a good look at Shamu.
And while we do that, let's look at some of the physical characteristics that make him unique. The most obvious thing is his size. He is huge. Up to 30 feet long, killer whales can weigh as much as 18,000 pounds. You can't help but notice the striking black and white coloration. This disruptive pattern disguises his actual shape, possibly confusing some would-be prey. Now let me ask a question of all the kids in the audience. How many of you think Shamu is a big fish?
Really?
All right. How many of you think Shamu is a mammal? Very good. Because Shamu, like all whales and dolphins, actually is an air-breathing mammal who has adapted to a watery environment.
That's right, Dan. Right now, Shamu's going to use those large pectoral flippers to enable him to spin around the pool.
Although the pectoral flippers look featureless, if you could look at an X-ray, you would see the elements of the forelimbs of land mammals and a bone structure not unlike that of the human hand. All of his features and adaptations do more than ensure his survival in a harsh environment. In fact, they combine to make him the top predator of the sea. There is no disputing the fact that he has earned the name Killer. His teeth are 44 in number, conically shaped, interlocking, designed for ripping and tearing. But probably the most important factor in his success as a hunter is his unequaled ability to swim. A layer of blubber adds buoyancy and serves to streamline his body. The large pectoral flippers provide maneuverability, while the dorsal fin acts as a stabilizer. But the essence of his swimming ability is his powerful tail. The large flattened flukes moving up and down give him tremendous propulsion.
Come on, Shamu, let's put it in gear.
Killer whales can reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour in the open ocean.
That's right, man, but not everybody gets a chance to see a killer whale in the open ocean. But everybody can see Shamu as he really pours out his speed.
You can see that Shamu is a powerful swimmer, and in fact he is not confined to the water. No matter how many times we see it, it still almost defies the imagination that a creature has the power to propel as much as 7 tons up and out of the water.
That's right. Now, we're not finished yet. You folks sitting right over there, I hope you're ready to get wet. I mean, really wet.
So far today, we've given you just a glimpse of this fascinating creature. The facts are clear. He is perfectly adapted to his watery environment. He is a giant, the absolute master of his world. He is Shamu. Star Trek, the popular Hollywood series, states that space is the final frontier. If that is true, then the current frontier must certainly be the ocean. Whales, dolphins, and yes, maybe even Shamu. The success we've had to date in communicating with Shamu has primarily been in training him to respond to a series of different hand signals. Now, trainer Mike Scarcuzzi is out here in front. Mike, how about giving us a demonstration?
Okay, I'd like to do that, but I'm going to need your help.
Okay.
Come on down here, and we'll let you give a hand signal to Shamu, okay? All right, now what we're going to have you do, let's see, I'll hold your microphone there. I want you to use both hands today, and just put them out in front of you and wave to everybody, okay? Let's see if Shamu waves both of his flippers. There you go.
He did it! You know, that is the thrill to give a whale a signal and actually see him respond like that.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we get everybody else involved in the fun?
That's a great idea, Mike. And right now, making their way out into the audience, we have Corky with trainer Bill Hoffman over here on your right. And on your left, we have Can Do with trainer Curtis Lehman. And they're just about ready to start things off.
That's right. Everybody over here is going to get a big wave hello from Can Do. And coming over to the far side is no one else than Corky. You know, Corky and Can Do can see really well through the glass, and to demonstrate this, we're going to need the help of a couple audience volunteers. Let's see, you want to help me out? Come on over here. We'll have you give Corky a signal and see if she responds, okay? Just stand a little bit back here. Go ahead and turn in a circle. Keep going. And look at that! Look what Corky's doing! A nice big hula! Hey Curtis, I've got an idea. What's that? Let's try the hands over the head signal. What do you say? Okay. Alrighty, let's see. I need a whole bunch of volunteers this time. Why don't all you people come on over here, you little guys? Yeah, come on up this way. You want to help out too? Okay, stand right in front of Corky like this. Come on. With your palms turned up. And when I count to 3, I want you to throw your hands over your head really fast, all right? Come on down here. Lots of room. You ready over there, Curtis? We're all set? Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Can Do over there on your left and Corky on your right. Thanks a lot, you two. Bye-bye. That's it. Now, on the count of 3, I want you to throw both your hands over your head, all right? Trust me. 1, 2, 3. Try it again, ready? 1, 2, 3. There! Now, Shamu saw you. He's excited that he's going to jump for joy and spread some of that joy all over these people over here.
Now that you folks have some idea of what we've been able to teach Shamu, I think we should consider something even more important, what Shamu has taught us. We are constantly learning, and perhaps some of the things we learn will help us find different ways of communicating. But first, we have to learn as much as we can about how the whales communicate with each other. Now just take a look at Shamu over there. Mike, can you explain to us what he's doing?
Sure, Dan. This is called a lobtail. It's something we've observed the killer whales doing on their own time, here in the front pool, and also in the back pool, too.
So they slap the surface of the water. Do we know why?
Well, no, we're not exactly sure why, but we do know that it makes a very loud sound that can be heard for quite a distance underwater.
Can he make any other noises?
He sure can. Out of the blowhole located on the top of his hole, top of his head. Okay. Woo. All right, here we go.
There we go. Thanks a lot, Shamu. sounds be heard below the surface as well?
Well, let's find out. We're going to go ahead and turn on the underwater hydrophone, and we'll have Shamu roll over. Shamu, roll over. That's it. All the way. Listen.
We know that killer whales can produce an extensive range of sounds. And although we have no way of knowing what these sounds mean, we realize that Shamu and the other whales have an excellent ability to distinguish different sounds. In fact, for years, the trainers have used high-pitched whistles to let the animals know when they've performed correctly.
Procedure. This is called a tail whip. It happens right over there using her large tail. Here comes Corky. Well, believe it or not, folks, we still have one more. Okay, good. One more high jump to show you, as it looks like Corky and Candu are getting all set to perform a beautiful high jump. We've got two 40-foot poles out over the water. It looks like we're set. Bill's got one, Curtis has got the other. The killer whales will be working together, but this time at opposite ends of the pool. A total of 14,000 pounds now. One-sided jump. There's the other one. Candy's gonna have to hurry up down to the bottom of the pool. And here comes Corky and Candu.
that you learn something new every day. Nowhere is that more true than here at Shamu Stadium. As we celebrate our 25th year, we have rededicated ourselves to a quest for knowledge and understanding of the oceans of our world and of all the magnificent creatures they contain. Right now, as we invite you to continue your Shamu experience on our Skywalk, we hope you will share that quest and join the celebration of our life.